This is the Midday Market Report for Monday on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. Joined today by Justin McKinney of Commstock for the Midday Market Report. Justin, what's happening with the trade in the grains?
Very supportive this morning on the row crop side of the world. We have corn up about 6.5 in the old crop, new crop up 6.25, soybeans up a penny on the old. August obviously into delivery, so we're getting relatively short in the tooth on that one. But moving into the November, up 2 3/4. Soybean oil up 63, meal down 60. I do mention that oil meal market right now just on the backs of a significantly lower crude oil market today, trading down about $6 right now, as we did not see any escalation in the Strait of Hormuz over the weekend. So crude oil sharply lower, row crops making a little bit of divergence away from that energy market. After those flash sales this morning of 488,000 metric ton to China and 136 and change to unknown. So have a positive day started here in the row crop market. We are expecting to see steady to slightly lower good to excellent ratings tonight on the USDA's weekly crop progress report.
Now that the calendar's turned over to August, we are in those critical stages of growth for the crops. How is the weather forecast factoring in right now?
Yeah, so we have very good rains. We talked about that before the recording. Very good rains across a bunch of the corn, soybean belt. For those people that got the rains just in time, look great. You get to that the Dakotas, Western Iowa. Rain's disappointed there. Moving forward, we are going to need to see another shot of rain in the Western belt, which I just don't know if we're going to get it, which leads us into that August crop report coming up. There is a little bit of rumor about possibly increasing the planted acres. Obviously, we did that last year. But at this point in the game, with over 25% of the row crop market in some sort of drought, you have to think that we are at least losing some top-end yield potential, which is enough to at least pause the funds from exiting the corn and beans altogether.
What's happening on the livestock side of the trade?
Yeah, good open this morning here on the livestock side of the world. Feeder cattle up $1.97.5 in light of corn being up that 6 cents that we talked about earlier. So positive momentum on the feeder cattle. Into the fed cattle, we are up 72.5 right now. December's up 87.5. Those are both, about $1.10 or 90 cents to $1 off their highs. Setting back a little bit, we had a really good run last week. We had some positive movement on the chart action for the fed cattle. The Packers did not get hardly anything bought last week. We're coming into this week short bought, looking like they're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive. But we did put a pretty good run on that board last week. So a little bit of pause here. The midday box beef came out significantly higher on the choice, 536 higher at 366.74 on the choice. Select's down about 2 1/4 at 343.98 on 54 loads. So live cattle, feeder cattle look to be bracing for maybe a possible another leg higher here. On the hogs, unfortunately, 77 lower on those August hogs. October hogs down 70. The technical selling has just been, and the addition to the higher weights that we've been seeing in the harvest on those hogs, 3 to 5 pounds higher, and the technical selling, we're just really struggling to get much going on those hogs, Mark.
Have we made back up the ground on the prices on the cattle side from that initial shock of the headline when the border announcement was made on the reopening?
Yeah, so last week, actually, if you look at the weekly charts, they looked pretty doggone good. We had a weekly reversal on those fed cattle. So, depending on what you classify as the reopening, we've heard that about 3 times now. But yeah, we did take that out last week, recovered from that. I have heard rumors that, that Douglas Port, just because they announced it might be open, there may be some legal challenges that possibly delay that. I, get a little bit cautious about putting all my eggs in that basket, but there has been some rumors that there might be some legal challenges that could possibly delay that opening.
And it always was going to be a tricky situation of reopening the border, so we'll have to just let it play out and see what comes with the reopening of the southern border with the United States and Mexico. Justin, what's the best way for our listeners to get in touch for more marketing information?
Absolutely. They can call me here direct at 320-589-4345 or on our main line at 712-227-1110.
Justin McKinney, Commstock, thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it, and have a great day.
Yeah, you too, Mark.
That was Justin McKinney with Commstock. We will have a check of the numbers next. September corn up 6.5 at $4.47 1/4. August soybeans up 1.5 at $11.73 1/2. August soybean meal up 20 cents at $3.1240. August soybean oil up 63 cents at $67.75. Chicago wheat up 9 cents at $6.48 1/4. Minneapolis wheat up 3 cents at $6.93. Kansas City hard red wheat up 6 cents at $7.13 1/2. September oats up 7 1/4 at $3.17 1/2. On the Merc, August live cattle up 75 cents at $232.50. August feeder cattle up $1.70 at $349.73. August lean hogs down 78 cents at $98.08. August pork cutout unchanged at $114.88. Class 3 milk is down 3 cents at $17.06. This has been a check of the midday markets on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network.